I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city,
Yo, welcome to another episode of Solo the Culture Podcast. It's your host, Hav, and I'm here with actually the first solo pod that we've done. So, today, it's going to be a strictly sports podcast. We're going to talk about, we're going to start with the NFL because we've been having some exciting news coming out of there. We're going to kind of transition into college basketball because I know March Madness is coming up this month, so we're going to get into that. And then right after that, we're going to roll into some NBA news. So let's get into it, man. You feel me? It's the first one, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for it. I hope y'all is too. Anyway, so NFL news. So we're going to start off with my team personally, the Colts. I'm a Colts fan, avid Colts fan, been a Colts fan, will always be one. And we just got some news last week, or the start of this week, basically saying that Anthony Richardson and the organization have went ahead and agreed mutually to seek a trade for him so he can go to another team. I know his agent came out saying he's going to be blockbuster for his next team, and they're looking to get him somewhere like Kansas City where he can play behind Patrick Mahomes, or the Bills where he could play behind somebody like Josh Allen. And I don't know how I feel about it yet. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, if I'm being very honest, it's one of those things that I think that our organization has low key failed him. For example, when you draft somebody number 4 overall and you know that they're not ready to go right then, you get what I'm saying? And you say, oh, this is gonna be a project, this is gonna be a project, you get what I'm saying? Uh, we 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 just expect to develop him, and he's gonna become a premier player in a league, blah, blah, blah. Do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, his first season, he only played 4 games his rookie year. And obviously, yes, he's injury prone. He has shoulder injuries, back injuries. He's famously known for tapping himself out of the game just because he was tired. Which I was actually watching that live, and it was really just fucking wild to me, if you ask me, because of the fact that it was like, I know this nigga. At first, I thought he was hurt, and then he came back in like 2 plays later, and I'm like, the fuck. So it was really weird to see, but I think that just came with the maturity coming into the league at 21 years old, thinking that shit is gonna be like college. You get what I'm saying? And once you learn that it's not going to be like college, it's like, okay, cool, let me lock the fuck in. And I think that even all last season, they kept saying, oh, he's one play away. He's one play away. He's one play away. You get what I'm saying? Learning behind Daniel Jones is like, what the fuck happened? Like, he was supposed to be a project. We were supposed to let this man play. We were supposed to go ahead and develop him, turn him into basically our version of Cam Newton or Josh Allen. And it just didn't fucking happen. And he showed flashes. Like, every time he finally started playing well, all of a sudden, here comes an injury, or here comes like just some bullshit, like every fucking time. And so, me personally, all last year I was screaming 3 to 5, 3-5, 3-5, just because I felt like he needed to play. I feel like with the more reps that Anthony Richardson gets, the better he will get. The more actual game time speed, game time plays that he has, I don't even think it'd be a question of how good he can be. It's just when. You get what I'm saying? I think a lot of people was giving up on him early, forgetting that he's only, 25 years old, or not even that, 23. He may be 24, maybe, but it's like, he's still young. If you look at Peyton Manning's first year, he threw about, 30 interceptions? Like, I don't know, the NFL is becoming um less and less of a development league. They're starting to become more like plug and play. Like, if you're not ready to play coming straight out of college, ain't no development. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna get about 2 years to show what you could do, or hit the bench, or you gone. Like, simple as that. And I feel like Anthony Richardson is gonna end up being the story kind of like a Sam Darnold or a Baker Mayfield, where their first team didn't work out. You get what I'm saying? And then they become journeyman a little bit till they find them a home. And I think that eventually he'll probably end up somewhere where he can be a quarterback one. But I do think that wherever he goes next, and whoever he plays behind, they would really probably take the chance to really actually develop him. Because say he goes to Kansas City, he gets to learn behind Mahomes, learn how to come in and prepare for the games, prepare for practices, prepare his team, make his teammates better around him. You get what I'm saying? Read defenses, stuff like that. And with a great coach like Andy Reid, it's like, I honestly feel like, okay, cool, between there, the Bills, even the Ravens playing behind Lamar Jackson, being a dual threat quarterback, like, I really hate that we're letting him go so early, because not only that, we only signed Daniel Jones to a transitional tag, which means that we could either pay him, I think it was $37 million for 1 year, which is, to me, is fucking insane. Like, bro, what? 37 million a year? It don't even fucking make sense, dog. Like, the motherfucker had not one, not two, but three straight season-ending injuries. And then when we played the Steelers, don't get me wrong, our offensive line played like shit. They were getting strictly, when I say they were getting fucked up, dog, bro, the way TJ Watt was just running through our line, like, it was insane. So don't get me wrong, our line played like straight boo-boo. You feel what I'm saying? But it was also times where, even after that game, when we played the Rams as well, I know that A.D. Mitchell dropped the touchdown, and then he got called for a holding call right after that. It's like, I don't see why we would go all in on Daniel Jones. You get what I'm saying? Like, he had, okay, the first 8 games of the season, it was like, cool, you feel what I'm saying? Because, yeah, we went, 8-0 or 8-1 or something like that, but we didn't play anybody for real. Like, we were playing below 500 teams, and then when we started playing, like, actual contenders, the Rams, the Steelers, the Texans, the Texans were shaky all throughout the season, but still, like, them, and actual teams, the Jaguars, teams that were actually competing, it was like, we look like shit. Like, teams had figured us out. They were shut. And then I feel like a big issue with it really was, like, not only were they shutting us down, it was like our coaching. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, Shane? Like, half the games, it would be like, all right, cool. The games we were winning, we were feeding Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we beat Atlanta, we fed Jonathan Taylor. All of a sudden, we play these other teams, we trying to throw the ball 82 fucking times. Like, why are we doing it? Why? Y'all niggas are trying to lose at this point. So it's like, dog, I hope we could get well soon, bro, because it's one of those things, like, I personally just, like, I'm tired of fucking losing, dog. Like, when I say I'm tired of fucking losing, bro, like, I am tired of fucking losing. Like, we should be the best team. It's no reason why we're not the best team in our division. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it makes no fucking sense whatsoever on why we're not the best team in our division. You get what I'm saying? Get well soon to the Colts. Hopefully, after this season, we're getting rid of motherfucking Chris Ballard, because we can never make a fucking splash in free agency. Last year, he had pressure on his ass, so yeah, we went out and got Tre'Davious Ward, and then mid-season, we went and got Sauce Gardner. But it's like, it's been way too long. It's been way too fucking long. We brought in Phillip fucking Rivers, dog. Phillip Rivers. And don't get me wrong, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, great quarterback, all time, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, dog, what the fuck? We can't do shit when it comes to free agency, and I am tired of it. I'm tired of, I like our guys. I like our guys. And don't get me wrong, in the draft, he's got some good draft picks with Pitt, Josh Downs, Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor. Like, we've had some great picks, you get what I'm saying? But it's like, when are we gonna make some splashes in free agency? Like, right now, like last year, Trey Hendrickson. Like, we should have got that motherfucker, because look what happened when Big Buck went down. Our defensive line was just getting fucked. Literally, like, we were just getting ran through. Like, we had no answer for the run game at all. We played the Chiefs last year. Now, it was another game. Second half, Daniel Jones just played like shit. Like, dog, please, please, Carly Ursay, if you ever just happen to come across his podcast, please get rid of this nigga, dog. I will fucking get on my knees and beg you to get rid of this nigga. Because why? He's shown for 8 straight years that he is not getting the job done. Get this motherfucker out of here, bro. So, bro, we transition into the next, topic of the NFL. We need to fire Chris Ballard, fix our D-line. Shane Steichen, get your shit together because I'm tired of these bullshit ass fucking calls that we doing in big games. And why if we need to do whatever we need to do to re-sign Alec Pierce. He wants 25 to 30 million a year. Pay the boy. Get rid of Pitt because he's been fucking our best receiver. Pitt, okay, yeah, he was a high draft pick. You get what I'm saying? He had some good games, but he's so mediocre. Like, he's very mediocre. It's way better. We could trade for another wide receiver or get one out the draft that we could develop better, that would be better. You get what I'm saying? Like, fucking, in fact, this is going to lead us into our next topic, but D.J Moore, why the fuck didn't we go get him? Like, we literally could have got him, and we didn't. Like, we didn't even try. Like, it's starting to get to a point where it's like being a Colts fan is starting to be dreadful. Like, this year, I was so happy. You get what I'm saying? And to start the season, and then the second half of the season, I'm like, bro, fuck football as a whole. Like, fuck the Colts, fuck all this shit, bro. And if we don't fire Chris Ballard after this season, if we don't see improvements, it's one of those things like, I'm sending so much hate mail. They gonna know me by name. They gonna be like, huh? Yeah. They gonna know my face. They gonna know my name. They gonna want to call security the moment I walk through Lucas Oil Stadium. Because I promise you, I'm sending boatloads of hate mail. So be prepared. Be prepared. But transitioning to the next topic, you feel me? I'm gonna share my screen here. DJ Moore, like we were just saying, just recently got traded uh to the Bills, which is really almost fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, it's a great, great, great pickup for the Bills because we've been saying for years that Josh Allen doesn't have a fucking a number 2, like a number 1 receiver. You get what I'm saying? Like, he had Stefan Diggs those years, you get what I'm saying, which we're gonna get to him too. But he had Stefan Diggs and stuff like that, but it was just like he never had a wide receiver 1, somebody that was gonna go out there and make plays like consistently. You know what I mean? And when they traded Stefan Diggs, I thought they would have picked up another receiver, but it was like, even then, they just never got him somebody that could beat. I know they tried to go all in on Keon Coleman, which they still talking about. He may be, because I know they benched him last year, and they were saying that he may be able to have a chance to get his spot back if he's grows maturity wise. But it's like, I think this is gonna go great for the Bills. I know last year they should have won it. Like, between them and it really should have came down to between them and the Seahawks. Them boys, it really, like, that was Josh Allen's year. He didn't have no Patrick Mahomes in a way, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, no like big name quarterback that could really put him out. Because we know, like, the last damn near 6-7 years, it's like that nigga has been getting put out back to back to back by the Chiefs. Like, every time they either go into overtime or it's just like some last minute fourth quarter, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Their defense can't hold and Mahomes and them pull it out. Every time, like, it never fails. So last year with Mahomes being out, it's like, this was your chance to do it. You get what I'm saying? And I know the organization, they went through some turmoil at the end of the season last year, or this year, just with firing their head coach, bringing in Joe Brady now. And then not only that, the owner coming out saying, like, they didn't even want Keon Coleman, the GM saying that too. Like, it was all Sean McDermott's pick and all this extra stuff. So it was kind of like, they kind of threw Sean McDermott under the bus. I don't know how their players felt about that, because they were winning during the regular season. They just couldn't get over the hump of Mahomes, and it's kind of pause, but it's kind of tough though, like because of the fact that we know the teams that Mahomes has had, and yeah, their defense wasn't all that, but they've always had a great offense. So it's like, uh, uh, I personally I didn't agree with that organization, like, the way how they just came out just on bullshit, you get what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, I really do feel like D.J. Moore, it will be a savior for them. I think that, this will be something that's like, you know what I'm saying, something that we will see, like, the Bills, like, "Oh, shit, they might be for real," because not only do they have to they're not only, like, fighting against teams like the Chiefs anymore, the Ravens, you get what I'm saying? But them Jags, man, they serious now. Like, they serious now, and I think that even with Liam Cohen out there and the way he's been moving, I think they about to make some splashes, this upcoming season. I think that the Jags, we really gotta look out for them boys, because if not, hey, it might be a scary sight. Some of these teams that they thinking that they just gonna come in and, "Oh, it's Jacksonville, Duval, whatever." Like, nah. Hey, them boys serious. And speaking of Duval, hey, y'all boys better resign Devin Lloyd, because if y'all lose him, hey, break him to Indianapolis ASAP, because we can use a new linebacker. Our linebackers were low-key ass last year. Well, Jermaine Pratt had a great year. I know Zaire Franklin was learning a new system, so he kind of had a down year, but it's really like, shit, hey, bring that motherfucker over here. Hey, the way he played against us, hey, I fuck with Devin Lloyd. Bring them boy over here. Hey, if y'all don't want to pay him, we'll pay him. If I was a GM, personally, we'll be paying that boy. So, hey, get well soon though. To the Bills, I hope that this could be the piece that they finally needed. You get what I'm saying, to get over that hump. Because I ain't gonna lie, I like Josh Allen, man. I want to see him actually get a Super Bowl win. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really want to see him do well. I hope he doesn't become one of those quarterbacks that are great and then just don't ever win. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just hope he doesn't become that quarterback. So, shout out to Josh Allen. I hope this is the piece y'all needed. And yeah. So, boom, let's move on to the next one. You feel me? It was another big trade that happened yesterday. We're gonna go ahead and share my screen with this one as well. Get back into this. Let's see. So, boom, you feel what I'm saying? The Rams just traded for Trent McDuffie. Great pickup. You get what I'm saying? Great pickup. Like, they just got a motherfucking dog. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just got a fucking dog out there. Like, their defense was already straight with Jared Verse and all them like that, but to bring in Trent McDuffie, somebody that's consistently flying all over the field, he has championship experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, the Rams, I could have saw them doing it this year. They almost did it. If they had a little bit more time, like when Puka caught that pass and they said he was inbounds, but he was really out of bounds. Well, he was inbounds. He was inbounds. But, but if they had about 30 more seconds, it would have really been the Patriots versus the Rams in the Super Bowl this year. And that's just my whole heart. That's what I feel like, my opinion, because, dog, them last few plays, I'm telling you, if Puka would have got out of bounds, they would have had one more play, and I promise you, between him and Devontae Adams, they probably would have made a play downfield. So, hopefully, and especially with this most likely being Matthew Stafford's last year, which I don't think, especially if they win a Super Bowl, I don't think he'll really stay past that. I think he'll pull a Peyton Manning and go out on top. So it's like, honestly, hey, the Rams, that NFC is getting scary. You got them. You got the Seahawks coming back. You got the motherfucking Bears. Even though they just traded D.J. Moore, you still got him because you got the receivers to pick up with Rome Odunze and fucking Luther Burton. So it's like, cool. Like, I ain't gonna lie. That NFC looking kind of scary. You feel me? Hey, they might have another champion coming out of there this year, unless, Mahomes could get healthy, or the Ravens are completely healthy, because I know these last 2 seasons they've been up and down. Lamar been missing a hella games. You get what I'm saying? But it's one of those things like, Oof, I don't know. I don't know. I can see the Rams coming through and really shocking some folks because of now on both sides of the ball, they are solid. Like they are solid on both sides. Like it is it's it's about to get scary. You feel me? Like I think it's gonna be a scary sight to see. I think that Matthew Stafford, he's gonna be come back and beat him. You know what I'm saying? He just won MVP this past season. So I think he's gonna come back and possibly if he doesn't get injured, you know what I'm saying? I think that he could get back to that MVP level once again, and they would be. You feel what I'm saying? We'd be looking at the Rams for possibly being in the Super Bowl, winning that shit. So, hey, hopefully them boys, you know what I'm saying? They can do what they got to do to make it there, and the luck is on their side. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to the Rams. That was a great pickup for them for sure. But now let's get to Stefan Diggs, dog. Earlier this week, really yesterday, Patriots just came out saying that they are releasing him uh after he had a great season. You get what I'm saying? Like I personally think that okay, maybe something with these cases that he's had going on, you get what I'm saying? Because let me look at his stats real quick. Uh let me see. Stephon Diggs. Like this past season, he put up 1,013 yards, 4 touchdowns on 85 receptions. You get what I'm saying? Like, dog, the boy was cooking. You feel me? All season long, Stefon Diggs is really part of the reason why Drake May looks so fucking good. He had over 100-yard games and shit this year. So it was like, dog, to see them release him like that, it has to be something with those cases. Like, he must be either about to really fucking go to jail or it's like some shit that's just like undeniable in there that they just can't look past. You get what I'm saying? So I really, really, really hope and pray that uh somebody picks him up. Uh just football wise, not talking about anything outside of football because I know he got some he got some real crazy allegations. You know, we call him Diddy Diggs over here, you feel what I'm saying? He got some real allegations on his top right now, but it's like football wise, shit. Let Lamar Jackson get him, or let somebody like fucking I don't know, Justin Herbert, somebody like that go get Stefon Diggs, bro. Hey, we can talk about a whole nother story. Like when I tell you the NFL is gonna be super competitive coming up these next couple of seasons, like not just this upcoming season, not just last season. I feel like these next coming seasons, at least 5, 6 seasons, is pause. That was wow. But this next 5 to 6 seasons is going we gonna see some really, really competitive football because not only is it almost like the changing of the guards with all these different quarterbacks, like Caleb Williams coming into himself, Drake May was second in MVP voting. Like, not only are these well, not rookie, but second and third year quarterbacks coming into themselves, it's like, hey, Hey, you still got niggas like Matthew Stafford that's balling. You got Lamar Jackson that ain't cutting, you know what I'm saying, coming down at all. You got Patrick Mahomes still doing Patrick Mahomes things. You got Josh Allen still doing Josh Allen things. You get what I'm saying? I feel like every team almost has a solid quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And they starting to get running backs too. Like these running backs have been cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the actual graphic of this, but like the Texans, they just got David Montgomery, which is kind of sad to see the Sonics and Knuckles, you know what I'm saying, do a breakup between him and Jamar Gibbs out there in Detroit. That's a sad case, but you know, I feel like every good team, once they start having like humps that they can't get over, they gotta trade one of their biggest players and get some like picks in or get a piece that they just absolutely need because when you really think about it, like they didn't need I know it was a 1-2 punch. You get what I'm saying? But Jamar Gibbs by himself is a fucking animal. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a dog right there. Like, he's going to carry a run game regardless if David Montgomery was there or not. You get what I'm saying? And then not only that, they have a chance to because the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, is testing out free agency, and I know they probably will resign him because I know the Seahawks are trying to most likely pay JSN first, and then go ahead and look at everybody else. But it's like, hey, you let Kenneth Walker get over there to Detroit with a line like that? Hey, you get another little Sonic and Knuckles, you know what I'm saying, 1-2 punch duo, and Kenneth Walker is just a fucking madman running. Like, he would run straight through your ass. So it's like to see them letting him, kind of test free agency a little bit. It's like, okay, I can see Kenneth Walker going out there to Detroit. You get what I'm saying? So back to what I was really saying though, with these teams, like everybody's starting to get a good running back, a good quarterback, except for the fucking Colts. But it's like this league is going to be very, very, very competitive in years to come. You feel me? And I really believe that this last season that just passed, it was just the first little taste of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't even in the height of it. And once that height comes, hey, hey, it's gonna be some great football to watch for sure. And I just can't wait for it, man. I can't wait for September, October to roll around when that season start coming back, you feel me? End of August. So hey, yeah. We got some good football on the way, man. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna transition into some college basketball, dog. As we know, March Madness is coming up right now. It's March 5th. So I think the actual selection Sunday is gonna be March 15th. And then the first four starts the 17th and the 18th, and then round one starts March 19th and 20th. And the national championship this year is April 6th. So with college basketball, man, March Madness, you already know we're gonna have some upsets. We're gonna have that Cinderella team, which for me personally, I don't know who. We never know who it's gonna be every year, but hey, I'm hoping we have like some games where it's like, oh fuck, this team really finna lose. You know what I'm saying? Like we have always had. You know what I'm saying? With this year definitely being the year of the freshman, I know for sure we're gonna have some crazy upsets, like some crazy games too. Like to see AJ DeBansa come in and you feel me, playing in March Madness to see what he's gonna do with BYU. Fucking Darius Acuff, Jr. Out of Detroit. Well, he played for Arkansas, but he's from Detroit. I wonder how, if they make the tournament, how he's going to look. You get what I'm saying? The same thing out there with the Boozer twins. Uh, what's his name? Dayron Peterson. I want to see how he looks because shit, they just had an upset to Arizona State, and they just got blown out by Arizona, which is like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. You get what I'm saying to see that happen like that. And I know it's like a couple of bubble teams like USC, Indiana, fucking well, like we said, Kansas out there with Dayron Peterson. They've been so inconsistent. So it's like one loss this upcoming week could really put the motherfuckers out. The Kentucky too. All of them really could be out of the tournament. And to see these three teams, like especially Kansas and Kentucky, like when have we ever heard Kansas and Kentucky not being in the fucking March Madness? Which, like, I think last year maybe they didn't make it, but it's still kind of like, bro, to hear those two historic schools not being it, it's going to be kind of crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So hopefully they can go ahead and win out. I think they got one more game. I think all teams maybe have one, maybe two more games left. So hopefully they could get their shit together, and you know what I'm saying, they can go ahead and run it up because I want to see Dayron Peterson. I want to see a lot of these freshmen come in and actually hoop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, I know this is a couple of weeks old. This is really from like the last few months. Let me pull this up right here. But this here is just a graphic from one night of freshman. Like, let's look at this. Like, kid out of Illinois, AJ DeBansa, fucking Kingston Fleming, Cameron Boozer. But just to see Keaton Wagler, AJ DeBansa, and Kingston Fleming all drop 40 pieces. 40 pieces in fucking one night, dog, that shit is fucking crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this shit is wild. Then you got the Boozer twin, Cam Boozer, 32-9. Fucking Darius Acuff, 31-6. Nate Emmett, fucking 29-7. Like, dog, I'm telling you, like, and this is not even, you feel me? Like, in fact, we got some highlights here of like when he was hooping, a couple of these kids, but like the freshmen, bro, like bruh, they are hooping this year. Like, and don't forget about Arizona out there with Cole Pete in them. Like, dog, dog. Like, it's really like a sight to see, you feel what I'm saying? And this right here, Kingston Fleming, I ain't gonna lie, this is my favorite player in college basketball right now. I personally watched him play a lot of times, and just to see, like, bro, the boy can shoot from anywhere. But it don't matter who in front of him, how many hands you got up, it don't matter. The boy gonna knock it down every fucking time. You get what I'm saying? And he's just like I don't know, bro. I just his game to me, I think is going to transition very well into the NBA, especially with him being a 6'4" guard, because he's not a little guard at all. And look at that dribble pull up, like, like, oh, look at this, come here, Yaka, come on, like these motherfuckers can't fuck with him. You feel me? They really can't fuck with him at all. And then we got the Boozer twin here. Let's see what he was doing. I know a lot of people, like I've been watching the 520 podcast, and a lot of people been calling him like a Tyler Hansborough, a upgraded Tyler Hansborough. But I don't know. I feel like in the league, he'll do something. Look, like, come here, y'all niggas too little. Huh. And he got the shot on him. Yanking that junk. You feel me? Like, ooh, we really might be seeing like this class. It could really, and this is another good player. I don't know why he wasn't in the running for Naismith Player of the Year at first, but goddamn, that boy is a motherfucking bucket. Come here. Come here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dog, I fuck with Darius A-Cup. I just think that they haven't been really being looked at because Arkansas, you know what I'm saying? They not like your typical Porter team. You feel what I'm saying? They really, Calipari, he gonna go to the hood and get him those motherfucking freshmen. You feel what I'm saying? So regardless of, you feel me, what's to happen, then this right here is Nate Emmett. I don't think they were really looking at them too much. But Tennessee to me, I know Nate Emmett is a good player. I didn't really watch too much of Tennessee, but with the games that I did watch, they not like a real, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't see them going to the tournament and be like, oh, they could possibly be a national. Nah. I don't even see them being even a Cinderella team. They might be a first round, maybe second round team, and may get put out. So, shout out to them. You feel what I'm saying? A big team though that I do want to see in the tournament and see how they play, especially behind a star player, is USC. So I'm praying. I know they just got blown out by Washington. And shout out Kimari Peterson. You know what I'm saying? He from Gary, big guard out there. He started that last game against them. Played pretty well. But to see Elijah Arenas, I want to see what he would do in March Madness. You get what I'm saying? Because they already trying to compare him like, oh, when you go to the league, gonna be like the next Kobe, blah, blah, blah. And Gil has really like, you feel me? Like Gil has trained him and taught him how to play real basketball. Like, not just like, oh, we gonna put you on the AAU circus and let you do what you like. No, he's like, that boy is a bucket. Like, I remember we was in high school playing against KD and them and fucking the summer like runs and stuff like that. And to see him then and now to see him now, it's like, yeah. When he get to the league, that's another kid that's gonna be like, okay, he got a game that's gonna transition into the NBA, not just, okay, we good for college basketball. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to him. You feel what I'm saying? I hope to see them in March Madness, to see them in the tournament. But if they don't make it, it's like, all right, you feel what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're gonna go too far, but I just want to see what he will do. in March Madness for sure. Oh, excuse me. But getting back to a little bit, like we were saying, like the Naismith Player of the Year, I know that Fox just dropped the latest ladder, which it's a solid little, you feel what I'm saying? Like, let me go ahead and share my screen here. Let's see. So as y'all can see, Cameron Boozer is number 1, AJ DeBansa number 2. There's A Cup Jr. number 3. I don't want to butcher his name, but Yaxel Lindenberg number 4, Joshua Jefferson 5, Jeremy Fears 6, Keenan Wagler 7, Kingston Fleming 8, Brandon Smith out of Purdue 9, and I really don't want to. What is Zobi Yokafor, I want to say, at number 10. And it's kind of crazy to see this because it's like majority of this list is freshmen. Like the first 3 are freshmen. I don't know. Let me see. Yaxel Ulenberg. Let me see if he's a freshman. I don't know. I haven't watched too much of Michigan, but I do know that they're possible. Like they could really win a national championship this year. So to see that, and see, yeah, he's not a freshman, but Jeremy Fears is a freshman. Keenan Wagler, he's a freshman. Kingston Fleming, he's a freshman. So like just to see all of these freshmen possibly could win Player of the Year, it's like, fuck. Like this draft class might be the best draft class since like fucking Zion and them coming out, at least. You get what I'm saying? Or even like that 2020 draft class with Anthony Edwards and all them boys like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if we talk about historically great ones, it might be the best one since fucking 2003. We talk about it because it's D Wade and them like that. If you ask me personally, I feel like the best draft class ever. And niggas might hate me for this, but it's got to be 84. Like, you have so many Hall of Famers come out of there. And when you really look at 2003, you go through, okay, D Wade, you got Carmelo Anthony, you got LeBron. You feel what I'm saying? I think Chris Bosh was in that one as well. But as you go down the list, it's like you don't really like a lot of those players. Like they got out of the league. Like they not Hall of Fame players. You feel what I'm saying? It might have been like 4 or 5, maybe great players coming out of there. And if I'm wrong, y'all can comment. You feel me, and let me know. But it's just like from my standpoint, personally, 2003. You know what I'm saying? They just had to go in there. LeBron James. You feel what I'm saying? Like what, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously D Wade and Carmelo Anthony as well, but I feel like with LeBron being in there, that's the main reason why they say, "Oh, that's the greatest draft class." Blah blah blah. Blah. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. Shit. James Harden, Steph Curry, and them boys. Well, no. Was that 2011? I want to say that might have been Klay Thompson that came in 2011. I might be tweaking with that one. But regardless of the fact, though, it was a couple of draft classes after that were could possibly even be better than the draft class that happened in 2003. You feel what I'm saying? So this draft class coming up, this is going to really might be the transition of the guards type draft class. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it is one of those draft classes that's very, very special. I think that we're going to see a lot of Hall of Famers come out of this next draft class. It's not just going to be 2-3 players. You feel what I'm saying? I think a lot of these players have games that can really honestly transition to the NBA right now. Like if they didn't have to go to college, I feel like a lot of these players shouldn't have went. Like for example, AJ DeBansa, he shouldn't be in no fucking college right now. Like that boy is a grown man amongst little boys out there. Like he's a pro already. I don't know why they even, you know what I'm saying? Like they need to go ahead and change that rule. Like if that man Adam Silver wants to do anything, change that high school rule. You feel what I'm saying? Let these boys come out of high school that's ready. You feel what I'm saying? If they ain't ready, shit, they might just have to be like a fucking Lenny Cook or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Go to the league or not go to the league, but declare for the draft and just don't don't get drafted. Go play overseas somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like they should have a chance of doing that. But this draft class, I'm excited to see. You feel what I'm saying? And before we transition out of college basketball, AJ DePasa he recently went on an interview, you get what I'm saying? And he was saying like, he may not leave after this year. He said his mom really wants him to get a degree, so he may stay all 4 years. And I feel like if he does that, it's a tough situation because it's like next year he could get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And after seeing like the talent in him this year, it's like, I don't know if I would even chance it. I would want to go ahead. I know they got NIL now, so they get in a bag regardless. You feel what I'm saying? They can have endorsements in college and stuff like that. But for me personally, if I'm AJ, I'm just going ahead and taking my talents to the league. Mama, I love you. You feel me? But hey, I don't finna go get this 100 million right quick. And after I get that, we'll go back and get my degree. You feel what I'm saying? Because I done made the money already. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I personally feel like you don't want to fuck up your chances like that. Especially when you could possibly go number one. Like, that's a dream come true. You feel what I'm saying? Anything can happen next year where it's like, damn, he was the number one pick last year, but this year it's like, is he a true number one? He might drop out. You know what I'm saying? You never know. He might drop out the lottery just because he stayed and shit like that. So it's gonna be an interesting sight to see. I personally believe that he just kind of leading the media on to kind of make it a little bit more interesting to see what he really might do. But I personally believe he's gonna go ahead and leave. I think he's gonna be out of the college basketball scene this year. I think he will go ahead and get drafted this year. But last thing not least, before we get up out of here, or out of college basketball at least, um, I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. I know that Duke is number one overall right now, and I know my last podcast I said I could see Houston doing it or Michigan, and I'm gonna re-emphasize that. I know Florida is surging late. You feel what I'm saying? I know Arizona is nice. You get what I'm saying? They got a complete team out there, but and I know Duke, they look like the most complete team. You feel what I'm saying? Coming in, I know they the number one seed, or most likely will be the number one seed coming into this tournament. But if you ask me personally, who I think is gonna win the tournament overall and become champions, I think it's gonna either be Michigan or I can see Houston doing it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm kind of biased with Houston because I've seen what they've done the last couple of years. You feel what I'm saying? And adding a piece like Kingston Fleming, I think that could possibly get them to where they want to be. You feel what I'm saying? But I really I think that yeah, those are my 2 picks. I'm not gonna lie. I see Michigan, really Michigan. Like, I really, really like Michigan to win a national championship this year. I think that they are a complete team. Like just seeing the bits and few games that I have seen by them, like I was really impressed. So I think they may just be the best team in the country. If you ask me. I know they number 3, I think, in the country right now, but I think between them and Duke and Houston, I know Houston is like number 6 in the country right now. But I think those 3 teams right there, that's what we're gonna be looking at for the Final Four, unless they run into each other somewhere in the bracket. But yeah, my picks for it. Me personally, if I had to pick, I'm gonna go between Houston and Michigan for sure, for sure. But now let's go ahead. We're gonna close it out with the NBA. Breaking news today, actually. Jayson fucking Tatum might be back less than 10 months after popping his Achilles. Like, 10 fucking months after popping his Achilles, dog. That shit's fucking NBA wise, it's unheard of. Like, yeah, NFL players, you might see them come back in like 8 to 9 months, but their training is differently. Their legs are fucking like fucking insane. Saquon Barkley was squatting 600 and some pounds. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they calf muscles are insane. So, like, to hear that an NBA player, like somebody that's instantly always cutting, you feel what I'm saying? Short sprints, fast sprints at any given moment, like, dog, I am shocked to see that he's coming back this year. I thought he would have sat out this whole year because shit, Boston, they look good without him. Like they don't really need him right now. They could possibly go to the Eastern Conference Finals just with Jaylen Brown, even though they got fried last night. Even though I'm gonna pull those highlights out for sure because LaMelo was frying them boys. But I really believe like shit. Boston might be because at first my picks coming out of the East would really be the Cavs or like the Knicks just because of who they have over there. You get what I'm saying? And when you get teams like that, especially the Knicks 2 years in a row, uh not playing well in the playoffs, you get what I'm saying? I think that and then getting an addition of Cat and Cat really didn't play well last year to me personally in the playoffs. And then to see how they're playing now with the pickup of Jose Alvarado and shit like that, I ain't gonna lie. I think Boston could come through and say, fuck all of that. Like, we back type shit. Especially if they get, in fact, Jayson Tatum might play Friday, which is tomorrow. He might be able to actually play. So it's like, fuck. Like, I want to see how they're going to mesh together. And you know what I'm saying? Rolling him back into the rotation. Obviously, he probably will be. I know he's fully cleared, but they might still put him on a minutes restriction just to work him back in. You get what I'm saying? But I really can see Boston being that team that's like, okay, they gonna make a late surge. You feel what I'm saying? Even though they're already good, but like they could become dominant. You get what I'm saying? Like dominant. You feel what I'm saying? And even with the a couple other teams that can make a couple of surges and may make some first round upsets, like the Hornets, they are clicking on all cylinders. And in fact, speaking of them, let me pull up some highlights because they just played Boston last night. And when I tell you that boy LaMelo was frying shit, dog, good Lord, boy, boy, they fucking blew out OKC. And not only did they blow out OKC, right after that, they blew out Denver, or they blew out Denver first and then blew out OKC and then beat Boston by 30. So that's why I'm like, let me show y'all boys these fucking highlights right quick because this here, hey, what I say, it was Fry City. Come here, yank. Like what? Hey, what, nigga? What? Hand down, man down. Come here, nigga. Yank. What? Woo. Come here. Yaga. Like, dog, these boys, and it's like, they a group of young niggas. Like, they not even, what? Yank. Bro, come here. Hey, look at this. Yank. Like, bro, dog, I ain't even gonna lie. To see this, like, the Hornets surging like this, and if you ask me, Con Knipple was the perfect piece that they needed. Because, yeah, LaMelo still play like he in high school. Like, if you've been watching LaMelo since high school, you know. LaMelo has been doing the same one-legged, you know what I'm saying, three-point, sidestep threes, step back threes since he was fucking damn near 14 years old. Like, LaMelo game has not changed at all. Like, even when he went to Lithuania, when he was over there in Australia, doing the same shit. Like, LaMelo has not changed at all. His game has transitioned to the NBA very well. So, to see everybody clicking, him, Brandon Miller, Con Knipple, fucking, well, I don't know if Miles Bridges played last night, but when they do get him back, like, because he might be still suspended, and shit. But to see him coming back like that, it's like, fuck, hey, them motherfucking Hornets is looking nice. You feel what I'm saying? They might be that team that, okay, we make to the playoffs, first round, they might get that first round upset. You feel what I'm saying? They a group of young niggas that's just running. You feel me? They running these other teams into the ground. Like, to see them even blow out OKC, to see them blow out Denver, to see them 30-piece Boston with Jaylen Brown and Derek White and them playing, like, I don't know, man. It might be a scary motherfucking sight. I ain't gonna lie, man. So, hey, shout out to the fucking Hornets, you feel what I'm saying? I hope them boys, you know what I'm saying, they can do something coming around the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna make it far, but to upset somebody in the first round, hey, y'all might, hey, look out for them boys. Look out, because LaMelo is hooping. LaMelo is hooping. And I'm fucking with him, you feel what I mean? Hey, 6 straight wins, you feel what I'm saying? I'm fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? They rocking and I'm rolling, you feel me? But then another team that has actually let me look at the NBA standings right now because I've been kind of bouncing back and forth, pause between the NBA and college basketball. But the 76ers, you know what I'm saying? I know Joel Embiid, like we said a couple of podcasts ago, he was actually hooping again, you feel what I'm saying? So when they get Paul George back, I think he has 3 more weeks left before he comes back. It's still like, hey, 76ers they might be a team that's a scary sight too. You get what I'm saying? I know right now they're the 6th overall seed. So if the playoffs started today, they'll be playing the Knicks first round. And with Paul George coming back, I don't know. I ain't gonna say them boys are somebody that's like, they gonna come in and just Paul George comes back and all of a sudden they just fucking hooping everybody, being dominant over everybody. But I can see them taking the Knicks team to 7 for sure. Like I can see them being a team. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's like, okay, we back. You know, like don't forget about us. You feel what I'm saying? Like we still here. You feel what I'm saying? So hopefully Paul George can get back soon. You feel what I'm saying? Because they gonna definitely need him, and especially down in the stretch of the playoffs. Because we know how Paul George get. He's such a smooth player, dog. And I know a lot of people be hating on him, but he shows up. So shout out to the 76ers. I hope that they can, you know what I'm saying, do something when the playoffs hit. But I don't know, bro. Boston being number 2 and getting Jayson Tatum back, it's going to be a scary sight to see. And I know the Pistons, they number 1 in the East right now. They've been hooping Cade Cunningham. In fact, let me go on my rant right quick about this man, Cade Cunningham. We need to put him in the talks of like a top 10 player in the NBA right now. Because Cade Cunningham, dog, I've been watching him play, and it's not like he's just strictly an offensive player. That boy plays both sides of the ball. And not only does he play both sides of the ball, like he could also come back on the offensive end and give you 20 and fucking 15. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why we haven't been putting it, like, I haven't really been keeping up with NBA analysis, but if we are not putting him as a top 10 NBA player right now, it's like, dog, at some point we gotta put him in that conversation. Like, for example, I know he had a bad game against the Cavs. You feel what I'm saying? 10 points, he went 4 for 16, but he made up 8 rebounds, fucking 14 or 6 rebounds, 14 assists. Like, dog, he's a different breed, bro. Right now he's averaging 25, 5 and 9 with basically 2 steals a game. Like, dog, come on now. Like, Cade Cunningham is that dude. And I fuck with him. He's becoming one of my favorite players in the league right now. For me personally, I don't really watch too much of Detroit games, especially with them being out of market for me. But it's like, dog, hey, he rocking it and I'm rolling with it, bruh, because shit, dog. Hey, he's him. He's him. He's him. And I want to see a lot more matchups between him and Shea, him and Ant-Man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's this NBA, bro, just like the NFL. It's starting to be seen. We starting to see the transition of the guards where we starting to see the LeBrons, the James Harden, the KDs, where they're slowing down a little bit. And we starting to see these young niggas come up. Ant, Cade Cunningham, Shea, like all these boys, like Shea really is on the verge of winning his 2nd MVP this year, which is by far should be his 2nd MVP. I know they keep saying it's between like him and Joker, blah, 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 but fuck out of here. Get that shit to Shea. Shea's been hooping 30-point bombs. Shit, he dropped 36 and didn't even play in OT. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and they still beat Denver. So it's like, shout out to them. You feel what I'm saying? But I really believe that this is it. In fact, I have a little bit of here. I don't know if these. So this is more about Chet. But let me share my screen with y'all so y'all can see this real fast. I think he knocked down 6 threes last night. Chet did. Hey. To see them boys hooping like that, especially with everybody coming back. I know for a couple of games, you know what I'm saying, a couple of weeks really. We didn't OKC, they didn't have any of their starters. They were playing with just strictly the bench and then the reserve guys after that. So to see them coming back and them hooping like that, hey, they rocking it like, hey, that's in fact, that's the new slogan. If they rocking, I'm rolling. You feel me? And Chet, to finally see him not trying to fucking play like a goddamn point guard and tween, go to the basket and fucking, hey. And you know what I'm saying? Doing all that weird shit. Just catch a ball and shoot it. Play like a fucking center. Catch the ball off the board like he just did with Shea, booming niggas and shit like that. Like Chet, bro, him, Shea, like, that can be an honest, great 1-2 punch. And when we get J-Dub back, I know right now, I think he's out with a hamstring injury. We rolling, dog. We rolling. And, you know, everybody that knows me, they know I've been an OKC fan since like 2011, 2012, like the KD Russ days. So to see these boys back rolling again, hey, let's get another chip. Do you feel what I'm saying? Because everybody want to say, oh, if Hallie played the full game 7 last year, we would never got a chip. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let's get a chip, dog. I'm ready for another chip. You feel what I'm saying? Bring another one, back-to-back champs. Get another MVP for Shea. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like this is gonna be our year again. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't see too many teams coming in and really being able to fuck with us. Because even when we had our bench playing, you get what I'm saying? Like, we were still, if not winning games, we barely losing. You get what I'm saying? So, shout out to OKC. I really think that Shea deserves another MVP. I don't even know why it's a question right now. In fact, let's look at his averages real fast. Like right now, he's averaging, bro, 31, 4, and 6 with 1.4 steals, bro. Like, and almost 1 block per game. Like, dog, if that's not MVP numbers, what is? Like, what is? And I know Jokic is, let's look at Jokic, because I know that he's damn near probably averaging a triple-double right now. And, you know, Jokic is going to do Jokic things. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, he's averaging 28, 12, and 10. That is kind of crazy. Don't get me wrong. That's crazy. But if you ask me, the wins are transitioning with OKC. When Shea plays, nobody's beating us. Like, it's hard to beat OKC. It's very hard to beat OKC when Shea is playing. So it's like, man, I really think OKC has a chance to repeat this year. I think that the Wolves, they're nice. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Ant-Man is out there doing his thing. You get what I'm saying? And that they're clicking. But it's one of those things like, OKC, man, when you got a bench like that can come in and really replace your starters at any given moment, like, dog, it's a scary sight to see. And to know that we still got draft picks all the way through 2032, it's like, hey, bruh. I'm so glad we did not trade for Giannis like everybody thought we was gonna do. Like, that would have been the dumbest fucking move we ever done in fucking our franchise history outside of trading James Harden, when we should have kept his ass back in 2011, 12. And it was over $5 million too, which still pisses me off to this day, because we should have been had a championship at OKC. But with that being said, man, I think that I think the Eastern Conference Finals is gonna really come down between like the Pistons and fucking Boston, because Detroit is serious. Like, them bad boys, they are serious, dog. Like, I can see them in between like them. I think the Knicks, I can see them kind of possibly doing something as well, but it's just like, has to play. Cat pick and chooses when he wants to play and when he doesn't. And so it's just like, ugh, you feel me? Like, it's hard to really put your faith in them. You know what I'm saying? Because at any given moment, they'll shit the bed. So, same thing with the Cavs. I like James Harden out there with Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell. You get what I'm saying? But them Pistons, man, they all play both sides of the ball. Like 1 through 5, they play both sides of the ball. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard to see who comes out the East, but coming out the West for sure, I think it's gonna come down to Denver and OKC. And Denver's the only team that I'm kind of scared of just a little bit, just because of the fact that they did add shooting and Cam Johnson, because that's all they really were missing last year. Like when they took us to 7 last year, that's what really was fucking them over, because Michael Porter Jr. can fucking knock down shots with that shoulder injury. So I'm not gonna lie. I think that the Timberwolves, yeah, they're nice. You feel what I'm saying? Ant-Man is hooping. He added that post game this year. But I don't think that they have the exact piece. I think they need one more piece before they really become like, okay, they're gonna go to the finals. Could they upset some people? Or could they make it? Of course. If they make it, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's just like, my 2 picks coming out the NBA this year in the West would be Denver and OKC, possibly the Spurs, because the Spurs have been on a fucking tear, and every time OKC plays them, they've been blowing us out. So it's like, they kind of got our number right now. So possibly the Spurs in there too. But coming out the East, I'm going to narrow my teams down to really, because I know earlier I said the Knicks, but I could really narrow my team down to really like the Pistons in Boston now that they getting Jayson Tatum back, because we all know what Jayson Tatum does. When he's clicking, that Boston team is scary. Man, it's going to be some great. I feel like the playoffs this year is going to be really, really good. Last year was exciting as well, but I feel like this year is going to be a chance where everybody's like, oh, fuck, the NBA might be back. You get what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people been talking about how it's been down lately, last couple of years, but hey, this is going to be some very, very competitive ball, because those 1 through 8 slots, every team is competitive. Every team is competitive. So, hey, I'm excited to see it. You feel what I'm saying? I can't wait for the playoffs to start here in April. So, hey man, it's been a great motherfucking podcast. You get what I'm saying? This is my first solo pod, so I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I'm fucking with it. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, like we always end out every podcast though, take accountability in everything and anything you do. You get what I'm saying? No matter if you feel like that person was the bad guy or if you was the bad guy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, always take accountability for your part of everything. And just be a great person. Don't be a bitch ass nigga. Be a great person at all times. Whenever you wake up, you know what I'm saying? When you open your eyes, just have your intentions on being a great person, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're gonna get through life. That's always just a better thing to do. You feel what I'm saying? So hey, it's been a great pod. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share this to every and anybody that you possibly can. And shit, hey, hopefully we can get some more solo podcasts in here. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, and we'll catch y'all on the next one for sure.
In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night as I ride through my city.